Pushing clean air, and who's that gone off?
Leclerc.
And look after these tires.
Charles Leclerc is out of the race, and for the third time this season, Charles Leclerc, when leading a race, won't go on to finish it.
What is going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video, and today we are going to take a look at the highlights from the 2022 French Grand Prix. If you guys did see on the channel, we did try to do a live stream this morning. It was storming here in the Midwest United States, so I was unable to even, we had trouble all over the place. There was a sound issue, camera kept going in and out, and then the stream connectivity was just not working. Like, it was not working at all, which was a little disappointing, but it was actually a really good race day, and we are going to take a look, which obviously I'm doing this intro after having seen the majority of the race. Did not see the end of the race, so I don't know who wins, but I know what happens to what was the race leader, Charles Leclerc. And so for that part, go check out the link. I don't even want to send the link to the live stream. Live stream may not be there. But anyway, we're going to take a look at the 2022 French Grand Prix highlights. I feel so bad for Charles Leclerc. If you're a Ferrari fan, GG's in the chat. I'll send my love and regards to you guys, but none of the French drivers did great in this race. Ocon, Pierre Gasly, Charles Leclerc still counts as a French driver, right? From Monaco, close enough, but what a horrid day for Ferrari. Ferrari just, guys, we're gonna do a video on it, and we're gonna actually do like a long form video on it here shortly. Ferrari strategists need to go. They gotta go. It's unbelievable how much they've sort of thrown the race, which I know Charles Leclerc took full responsibility for the crash that he was involved in. You know what? That'll be the video after this. Be sure to stay tuned on the channel. Check it out later. But yeah, let's get into the video. As well, guys, you can find the original video down in the description below. I do apologize. Obviously, it is the F1 channel, so it is blurred for copyright purposes. So apologies on that. Let's get into the video.
Is it going to be Verstappen or Leclerc that gets away the best? It's lights out and away we go. And Leclerc reacts very well, but Verstappen already alongside him.
I was going to say, guys, literally sorry, I'm going to fix the quality on the video. From the off, Charles Leclerc was not going to give it up. He looked great in qualifying. Carlos Sainz looked really good in qualifying too, but starting at the back of the grid because the upgrades that he had.
Lewis Hamilton ahead of Sergio Perez. Here into turn one we go. Charles Leclerc ahead of Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton ahead of Perez. George Russell making a challenge on Perez and ahead of Lando Norris. And there is Fernando Alonso swooping around the outside and up into fourth place. Great start.
Absolutely great start by Alonso. Russell got out of shape as he got into turn one, and that's what's backed up the McLarens. And there's Ricciardo going to have a go at Norris, but Fernando Alonso, he'll just be trying to get the benefit of that slipstream, and very much Hamilton getting an epic start.
Charles Leclerc did what he had to do, reacted very well indeed, and leads this French Grand Prix as they head to the first part of the Mistral Straight. Chicane coming up, Max Verstappen in hot pursuit today. It's Ferrari from Red Bull into that chicane. Lewis Hamilton comes third, then Sergio Perez and Fernando Alonso, George Russell, and then Lando Norris, and there is a spin, and it is Yuki Tsunoda in the AlphaTauri. Esteban Ocon.
Yuki he did so good in qualifying too, and he was another one that just had such an unlucky day. I think it was just an early accident, and it was with Ocon too. The French drivers didn't have good luck, and neither did anyone in the
causing a
AlphaTauri.
collision and relegating Yuki Tsunoda to the back of the field. It's a flat corner into scene. You keep your foot pinned down on that throttle. Here comes Max Verstappen on Charles Leclerc. There's barely a few car lengths in it. Into the Beauce we go. Verstappen's going to look round the outsides. The crowd
just never was going to get close enough.
Both drivers through here, but you can see how much better the Ferrari is through that particular corner, and Verstappen just had to back off. Max Verstappen slowing down and pressing his pit limiter 60 kilometers an hour because of that tight pit lane entrance. They go to work on the Red Bull tyres. It was a very nice stop.
And this is the overlap, the undercut. Sorry, the undercut.
Your overall loss is about 28 seconds. That's why it was so critical to get past Norris so he could push in clean air. And who's that gone off?
Leclerc.
And look after these tires.
Charles Leclerc is out of the race. And for the third time this season, Charles Leclerc, when leading a race, won't go on to finish it.
He's been suffering with rear degradation. It's gone in hard. I'm surprised he wasn't able to reverse out, actually. He's obviously been stuck under the tyres. It's not Tech Pro barrier here at this old school track, but you can see the rears were already spinning up there. Around it went. So unfortunate, especially when you've got...
It's awful. Like, that's just so awful. And I feel so bad for him. Like, I want to call myself a Charles Leclerc fan, because it's not that I want to see him beat Max Verstappen by any means. I want there to be a competition. I think everyone wants that. Whether you're a Verstappen fan, a Red Bull fan, whatever, I feel like you can 100% say you want to see a battle for the title between the two of them. You don't want Max to just run away with it, make it really uninteresting the last couple of races, who's going to win the, Drivers' Championship, etc. I wanted to see a battle between these two, and I think in order to have that, Leclerc would have had to have won this race. And for him to go off like that, so uneventful, when we were just seeing the tactics playing out. We were just seeing Red Bull trying the undercut. We were just seeing the Mercedes coming into play. We were seeing Checo kind of struggling in the back. Like, Red Bull, we're not in a great spot as a team. Carlos Sainz was chugging his way through the field. So Ferrari were sort of putting themselves in a good spot, and they were going to try a one-stop strategy. So we could have seen if the undercut would have worked for Verstappen. We could have essentially seen good Ferrari strategists sort of get the right thing finally to keep Leclerc in the lead and safe. And ultimately, it was a no. All with this crash.
Got that grippy run off here.
Are you okay?
I cannot get throttle. No!
No.
This race has now just turned very...
I'm not gonna lie to you, that scream is kind of funny. It's unintentionally funny, but it's also so sad. It's also so sad. I think I find the humor in too many things. I think I find things way too funny. I think that legitimately is Leclerc losing his mind. So I feel bad, but at the same time, it's, yeah.
On its head.
Charles.
I forgot about this part too.
Lost the rear in the middle of the corner. He'd just been given a target lap time as well. That's an unsafe release as well.
Carlos Sainz has got a
Carlos Sainz, that
McLaren penalty.
The McLaren
Bert
pit
Mylander on duty
crew
for the
guy almost got
420th
hit by
time
Carlos
as a
Sainz.
safety car driver for the FIA. He's going to go back into the pit lane, and we can get green flags and go racing again. And it's Max Verstappen that leads this time around from Lewis Hamilton, and then Sergio Perez and George Russell. Red Bull, Mercedes, Red Bull, Mercedes. It's like last year, all over again out on the track.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of like last year all over again.
Past Fernando Alonso. We could see that coming, and I dare say Fernando Alonso could too. The advantage Sainz has got on those medium tyres,
he was doing
extra
good work.
grip. They're going to go wheel to wheel into scene here. George Russell's not giving this one up, but Carlos Sainz has that extra speed to go blasting round the outside and up into 4th place. Here's his chance, look, because he's right where he was when he overtook George Russell. He's put the pace back on again, and he's pulled out from behind the slipstream of Sergio Perez, and he's now going wheel to wheel through scene. This is his chance, and he's run out of room. Sergio Perez
just kind of gives it up.
just
He backs off. He backs off way too much.
Forces the Ferrari to back out a bit. The Ferrari might come back at him again with some excellent cornering speed through Le Beausset. Very, very tough to stay behind the car in front or to make an overtake through these last few corners. But can he get down the inside going into the final turn, I wonder, or around the penultimate corner on the outside? Sainz is trying everything.
Box, Carlos, box, speed confirmed.
Not now, not now, not now.
Why were they telling him to pit right then? Were they not watching
I think
the
that Ferrari is so dumb. Ferrari is so dumb.
Got ahead of Sergio
You're so
Perez.
dumb.
Perez was fighting him back. Carlos Sainz down the main
And Carlos Sainz
straight,
fighting
fighting ahead, staying ahead, and up into the podium places.
I just gotta say, Ferrari need to fire some people. Some people have to be let go. Like, whoever is on the strategy team, I'm sorry. You gotta go. You just gotta go. You're not even looking at the screen of Carlos Sainz trying to overtake Checo as he's going by, like, the pit wall. Like, it's... Oh... And then... Oh my God, I just don't get it. This was where my stream cut out, by the way. This was where the stream cut out. So I think everything from this point on is fresh for me. I'm hoping, I have a feeling nobody's going to touch Max. Max is already in the lead. Lewis is still kind of in play, and George Russell's still in play. So this is where it's all kind of fresh for me.
Incredible job. George Russell,
George Russell on Sergio Perez, there's contact. Perez goes off at the chicane. George Russell and Perez making contact once more.
And Carlos Sainz is still there.
Into me. You need to give the pace back.
So they've now made a decision
They
to
did not pit stop.
Carlos Sainz.
They didn't. Fire everyone. Fire everyone. Get rid of them all. Get rid of them all. Every single one of them. Just get rid of them. There's no
Ferrari
point.
decided,
There's no
yeah,
point.
we will bring you in eventually. Lap 53 is coming up in about 10 laps time.
Unreal.
You're in 9th now.
Unreal
Not
stuff.
just throwing away a 3rd place.
Exactly.
Joe
They just
Guanyu
threw
was
it away.
stopped by the side of the track. Are we going to get a virtual safety car here?
Dude,
Maybe
Lewis
George
Hamilton's
Russell
going to take second,
just trying
isn't
to get a little jump
He really
on
is.
Sergio Perez
Up 9
for when the
seconds on
virtual
Perez and
safety
Russell.
car ends fully.
he? Wow,
They're screwed now.
Verstappen's going to get
On,
another
I think he's
W.
been caught
Lewis
sleeping.
Hamilton,
Sergio Perez
P2.
and Luke
might
Russell's
be.
challenging him.
George Russell's ahead of him. Only took him about 10 metres there. And George Russell is ahead of Sergio Perez. 3 laps to go. And Russell's put himself up into the podium places. And no one has managed to get ahead of Max Verstappen after he took the lead following Charles Leclerc's crash earlier. Perez makes a late lunge onto George Russell, will stick behind him. Max Verstappen started on the front row, sees the checkered flag for the second year in a row, wins the French Grand Prix and comes home to take victory number 27 in his career. Lewis Hamilton will finish second for the first time this season, and it's going to be a double podium finish for Mercedes as George Russell holds off Sergio Perez to come home in 3rd.
Wow,
And
so George Russell did it.
was that contact between the 2 Aston Martins? It might well have
Lance
been.
Stroll.
The positions
Lance
don't
Stroll.
change, but Lance Stroll comes home to take 10th ahead of Sebastian Vettel. So we had back-to-back wins.
Back-to-back wins in the French Grand Prix for Max Verstappen. The 2 Mercedes in 2 and 3. That's intriguing. And then the Ferrari at 5. I just feel so bad, dude. Look, Carlos Sainz getting the fastest lap too, so he gets the extra point. So it's like him and Checo ended up with the same point still. Which, if that was Ferrari's goal, that makes sense. But okay, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the 2022 French Grand Prix. We're actually going to go through some of these comments really quick. I think this is a fascinating race. This is one of those races where like the race psychology after Charles Leclerc is gone. Same thing with like Barcelona. It was just essentially down to Ferrari to figure out their situation and help Carlos Sainz. And I just don't think they did it. The better Ferrari does on Saturdays, the more chance they disappoint on Sunday. Traditions. I lost my words when Carlos Sainz had to correct his engineer about the 5-second penalty. How is Ferrari not embarrassed that a driver has to be a full-time strategist? I mean, you know, Ferrari's strategy is horrendous when Croft is calling them out. George crying that Perez turned into him and yet he bombed on the left-hand side at full pace. Where's the championship? Is she safe? Is she alright? I think they are blind. Sorry, I was just reading that comment in my head. Carlos Sainz did all he could to try and keep those places, but oh my God, Ferrari team, please figure your stuff out. Figure your stuff out. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable how much of a mess Ferrari are in F1. I shouldn't even be the one to say that. First year as a fan, and I'm just watching them implode. Like they're actually imploding. It's unreal. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about the French Grand Prix. I'll catch you guys for another video. Peace.